So I thought I'd mess around with this sculpt that I started a while ago of this cowboy. Um, and I don't remember who did the original sketch. I'll have to look it up. It's the animator that did that Disney movie Open Range. So I'll post it later. But whoop, as you can see, I had already started it, and it's just rough shapes. Very primitive sphere for the head and the neck, sphere for the body, elongated spheres for the arms, and just kind of piecing it together. So let's see. At this point, I'm just kind of pushing and pulling to get things to line up, and I wanted to play around today with this the hand and the gun. So let's figure that out. So I like to do just a basic box square for the palm, and then I add in clay. I build it up. Let's validate that. And we'll add in that fleshy part for the thumb. Smooth that. And then it's just a matter of, you can do a couple different things. You could do, some people like to use tubes. I think I'm going to try, boxes for the actual fingers. So let's move that around. We'll see how this works. I haven't done it this way in a while, but we'll give it a shot today. How's everybody's week going? Hopefully this stream will hold up today. We've been having issues with connections. Rotate that. Move it a little bit. And then I think I'll angle a little more, because I'm looking here at that area. Paint that right now. And then we'll clone that. And shorten that up. Because I like how it has that bend in it. Something along that line. And we're just roughing these in. This actually, maybe we should make these bigger. That probably makes more sense if it's that whole, like that. Big meaty hands. I'm going to rotate this again. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Oh, it needs to go up. Doesn't have to be precise. Just got to be in the ballpark for right now. I almost wonder if I should do this with a... Oh, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna abandon this. I'm gonna do it with tubes. Let me get rid of that. Whoop. So we'll do, and then kind of bend it back like that. Yeah, this is gonna work better. And then, ouch. Yeah, something like that. I think we have more control this way. Definitely. Much better. We'll twist it. Yeah, see how I can move things when it's tubed? It just makes a little more sense. And then I can also, let's see here, shrink up those radiuses. Like that, if I wanted to. It's got a better feel to it. All right, so let's go about adding that. I don't know now if I should build out the gun and then wrap the fingers around the gun. Probably. I'll have to see here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try a tube for that as well. I'll just kind of maneuver it as I need to here. Radiuses. Kind of shorten it up there. Long it up there, or fatten it up there rather. Shorten it up here. Maybe here. Let's add another point. All right, let's paint him. Just so I can see it. Maneuver this a little better. That whole thing should be sitting higher in his palm. Yeah, because if you look at where the thumb is, and this way, something like that. so let's add the revolving chamber of the pistol and then the barrel. So we'll do just a cylinder, I think, for that. Try and maneuver that into place. Let's give that like steel blue color. Actually, maybe more like a, there, something like that. Rotate a little bit. Maybe make that a little bigger, because I still got to do the trigger part. All right. So now it's got me thinking this is too big, so let's scale this back a bit. Whoop. There. Sandro Cluzo. That's who did the original sketch. I knew it would come back to me. Great animator. Yeah, he's got a ton of sketches that I love. He does cowboys and pirates and all kinds of neat stuff. All right, so let's do the barrel of the gun. I don't want to do the trigger yet. That I guess we could just do an open-ended cylinder. So let's scale that up, scale it down. Whoop. Paint it. Maneuver. Okay. Looks like it's sitting real close, if not flush to the top. I really don't know anything about guns, so I do apologize. I'll have to kind of wing it. I don't know if it's completely flush to the top, or I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then obviously much longer. And I need to rotate. This thing. The barrel and the chamber here. So let's select both of those. Whoop. So cylinder and the tube, Let's rotate those. I want it angled more, yeah, more like that. And then this can rise up to meet that. So yeah, more like this. And then that can scoot this over. A little bit. Try and get it centered. This looks kind of funny. Rotate this. There we go. I think this one's off. There, that looks pretty good. Yeah, let's make it longer. This really kind of elongated gun shape. Do just the one radius, we don't need two. Move that a little. All right, we'll see how that looks in a minute. Let's open that up. Hole. Oh shoot, did I? Screwed up. There. That's better. And then it looks like it's got some kind of secondary support, I'm assuming. So we'll add another cylinder. Actually, we'll just clone this one. Let's shrink him up. That one we'll put a cap on. Bring that down. Oh, too much. Get him moved into place here. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, it's shaping up. That'll be enough to start to work on the details of what that whole thing is. So let's continue. We'll do the sight. Box. I love working with primitives. It's so easy to maneuver and to get the basic feel of it. Turn this off. Line won't do it for me today. That's all right. Whoop. I was playing around with some of the functionality of the latest update with 1.85, and I bought the new quad remesh, and it is awesome. It is so awesome. I saw a video from another sculptor where he was showing how you could use face groups and then mask out the face group and relax the borders and then remesh, and you get the most beautiful geometry that you can then push and pull with the gizmo tool, and it's just gorgeous. Yeah, it was fantastic. Let's I don't want to do this. I want to shrink that up a little. I don't want to make this complicated at all. So maybe that's all that is. Oh, thought I painted that. I think I over-rotated it. Yeah, I did. No big deal. Okay. Let's add this shape in here. Probably just another cylinder. You know what? Let's go back. I'll just clone this one. Maneuver that. Try rotating it. And then maybe I can... What happened? There. Get that moved into place here. Oh, too much. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. There. Elongate that. Shrink that up. What does that look like? Not terrible. Ain't too bad. Let's try moving it up a little more. There we go. All right. So let's build out the trigger and the trigger guard and the hammer. And then I'll work on the detail here and add in the fingers. And then all that's really left, I think, I want to refine this handkerchief, this neckerchief a little more, and then add in this vest and the other arm. I thought I had the other arm. I must have... Do I have it turned off? I wonder if I deleted it by accident. I don't know, maybe that's it there. No? What was that? That's weird. I don't know. I'll add that back in. Not a big deal. Okay. What is going on? There we go. So let's build out this tube, or this trigger guard with tubes. Oh my goodness. There. And that comes from where? Here. His looks like it goes... His fingers are kind of off, I think. Whoop. Ugh. We'll just cut it across for now. Oh my goodness. There we go. I think his whole trigger guard thing, we'll shrink that up. This should actually be metal. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, all that should be metal, huh? Except for the handle. Why isn't this changing? There. So I'll have to validate that and then paint that, which is fine. That's not a big deal. I want to get this trigger guard figured out. I really don't know how this is supposed to look. Yeah, I think maybe more square than round. Something like that, less thickness. Let's shrink that up. Whoop. Maybe this guy gets pushed in. And we can mess with the radius of it too. There we go. It looks huge, but we'll have to see. Why does that face keep coming back? That's weird. What's going on here? All right. Let's get that painted. There we go. And we'll do the trigger. Whoop, something going on here. There. Okay. trigger. I guess we'll do another tube for the trigger. Oh, what am I doing? There. That's kind of sitting here. A little bit of a bend. And we'll do 2 radius for that. Very simple. Don't need all these points, just maybe those 3. Get those whipped into shape here where they need to go. Kind of follow this, I guess. Yeah, so I thought it's going to pull it. Go to the right, maybe. There we go. Yeah. All right, we have our trigger. Gun's almost there. I'm not sure. Maybe this needs shrunk. And then I can maneuver that up because it seems pretty big. That's a little better. I'll push and pull here once I validate it, I think. Get that all cleaned up. Or maybe just rotate it. Rotate the whole gun so it fits better into the palm. I guess I could do that now. Let me just label these quick, I guess. What do you call that thing? Stock? We'll just call it stock. Barrel. No, that's not the barrel. So, we'll just call it revolver. Because I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Barrel. I'm assuming that's a barrel. And then these I'll just call supports 1 and 2. Whoop. Support 2. Support 1. And trigger guard. What do I got left? Just trigger? All right. Oh, one more thing. Sight. Where's that sight? Should probably just put all these, together. Stock. Could do that. Just so it's easier to find everything. don't utilize this stuff enough, and I really need to. All right, what am I missing? Anything? Find out in a minute. Try and rotate that. Oh, added in the thumb. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. We need to validate this, so let's just do that. And then, yeah, because this whole thing, that stock needs to move. Pull that out of there. If it'll let me. Oh, come on. Maybe it's just because it's selected. No. Oh, come on. So I got to pull all of these back out of there, huh? That's annoying. I'm sure there's probably a better way. Just I'll have to look into it later. There we go. I'll shrink this up too. Okay. So what am I missing here? I got to do the fingers, I got to do the hammer. Let's do that. We'll do the hammer. No. Okay. What's that thing look like? It looks like it's two pieces almost. I think it's squared off. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to make major adjustments here, because I'm looking at the hammer and the thumb, and mine don't line up. So that'll be fun, figuring that out. Move that down. Something like that. I think I'm going to shorten up. Yeah. Shorten this up a little. So, either my thumb is like way too short, or I don't even know. Because it needs to be here. Yeah, something like that. Except over. Front. Whoop. Oh, I see what's going on. This needs rotated. There. Let's see what that looks like. Might not be over enough. Hands are the hardest thing to do, for me at least. I always struggle with hands. It takes me the longest to really kind of hone in on it. All right. What's going on here? So we have a rough in of the thumb. I want to be able to do how his his thumb is like really cocked back. There's no way anybody's thumb would really do that, but it looks cool. So we'll have to mess with that. That seems like a real headache, but let's move on first. Let's get some of these other ones. So let's do the trigger finger. What's going on here? There. path. Let's see if we can get this roughed in. Two radius. I think I'm going to need like another point here. And pull that. Yeah. What's that look like from this side? Not terrible. Surprisingly, not terrible. Not too bad. That can be smoothed into the... I'll add like clay, like a hand meat buildup. You know how somebody's got... See how it bends here? And I'll add all that in with like a clay buildup and here. All that stuff, so... So that's not bad. I think where I'm going to need to make adjustments is with the trigger guard and these other fingers. So let's start to add that in. Yeah, because if you're holding, I don't have a gun, but if you're holding something, you know, the trigger, is this open? Yeah. That's, say, the trigger guard. You're not going to have this finger in there too. It'd be behind the trigger guard, I guess. So let's see. So, and it's gonna, you got your joints, so figure, you know, here's a joint, so we need to add to kind of wrap around. We'll snuggle that up to that trigger guard. This all gets shortened. Something like that. There we go. maybe. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, if you look at his drawing, that, I guess it'd be the middle finger, seems like it's weirdly placed because it's overlapping that trigger guard. And if he was to pull the trigger, the gun wouldn't fire because he'd be pushing against his actual finger, which is kind of funny. All right, so let's clone. Do I want to clone that? Let's clone it. Oh, this is a mess, this back. I almost wonder if I should do that and then yeah. So these by extension should be, this one's probably roughly the same size, maybe a little bit shorter. I'm going to have to elongate this this barrel. And my palm. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just scale everything down. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We got one more. Pinky. Clone that. See if I can pivot this. Shrink that one up. Yeah, his gun is like, his gun business. Something like that. It's like a hand cannon. It's funny. All right, so now maybe it's a matter of scaling this whole thing down. So let's do that. What are these? Oh wow, I didn't notice that before. If you look over here, you can see what the individual geometry count is per primitive. That's cool. Alright, what am I missing? Box. Right. So I'm missing the thumb, which is where's my thumb? Down here? Yeah. Don't know why it's under lights, but okay. Let's try and shrink this whole thing down. That's better. A little bit bigger. He's got it like, whoop. Rotate it a bit. I just feel like this needs to be a little bigger. Whoop. All right. It's not too bad. So, I think we're in a pretty good spot for today. I think later this week maybe I will refine this whole thing and get this all smoothed out and looking good. We'll add in the detail for the revolver, the chamber I guess it is. And then we'll work on the neckerchief and the vest, and I'll probably add in this other arm and whatnot off camera, but yeah, so as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and look forward to the next time. Later.